What's up ninjas, Poir here with my first normal build video for Rise, normal early stuff, and of course it is for Longsword since it's the only weapon I'm good at on my PC save. But wanted to share a build I'm using to rank up through the anomaly grind to get to that sweet master rank 100 mark, and so far it's doing great, and I made it even better than last stream. And I'll have multiple variations so people without a god charm can actually build it. I do plan to make a weapon guide for Longsword as well, so if you want to see that, stick around, subscribe, give this video a like, but Longsword playstyle has changed quite drastically. The EI Spear/Humbreaker rotation is kinda no more in my opinion, so this build takes the new skills into consideration more. Sacred Sheath is the new center of attention for this build, and actually, we're taking a trip back to Iceborne thanks to a new set. That's right, Vampire Longsword is back, baby! Thanks to Malzeno's set bonus, Blood Rites. This is a sort of nerfed version of the lifesteal augments we had back in World, only gaining you life back against broken monster parts. So when you hit a broken part, you will gain some life back, which I believe is 10% of the damage dealt at level 3, and if you hit with Sacred Sheath, you gaining all that life back. But master rank monster part break thresholds have increased, so it will take a few minutes into the hunt to even see this effect. That is the downside, and we can't really waste slots on part breaker given how valuable other skills are. So what's going to be important is going to be your pets. New to Sunbreak, your dogs and cats can get a skill called Buddy Part Breaker. So if you're solo, you're going to want this on both of your pets. If you're not trying to collect mats with Gathering Palicos, which you should be doing, but ideally 2 dogs with this, status attack up, and Knockout King will be great. Both with umbrellas and your choice of Heavy Strike Scroll or Heal Blade Scroll for even more healing to do better against the anomaly monsters. The endgame. At the very least, I recommend the healing scroll on your primary dog, that way if you go into multiplayer, it can heal you and your teammates as well. And lastly, before getting into the build, switch skills. Again, there's about 3 playstyles now for Longsword, so it's up to your preference, but for me, I like EA Spear Slash and Sakura Slash on the red scroll, then Tempered and Sacred Sheath on the blue scroll. You can also go Sakura instead of Tempered, however, I was not able to squeeze in Wirebug Whisper in the build, so Tempered is a better option in that case because its cooldown is very short compared to Sakura. So you have a means of getting to red still even in blue scroll. Up to you. Otherwise, you can just swap to red, use Sakura Slash, then swap to blue when you're ready for the Sacred Sheath. And now, the Vampire Longsword build. This is the God Charm version first for PC bros. The weapon of choice is the final boss weapon. Up till this point, most of the weapons cap around 310 raw, while this bad boy gets 340 and a huge amount of purple. The downside is you have negative affinity and no slots, but because Sacred Sheath counts as a draw attack, you can get extra affinity via crit draw. And luckily crit draw affects the entire animation of Sacred Sheath, not just the first hit. So with this setup, I get near 100% crit for it, like around 95% when the monster is enraged. I can get 100, but I chose crit boost instead for more damage. For the Rampage Deco, Kushala Diora's Soul is, at this point, Master Rank 40, the best Rampage Deco outside of the anti-species one. After 5 hits in quick succession, you get 15% crit, which goes away after 3 seconds of not doing anything. But if you continuously attack, you will get a perma 50% affinity basically, and Sakura Slash procs this to full instantly, so very powerful deco for Longsword. However, because of Sacred Sheath's long animation, having that 15% affinity be ready for your actual hits will be very rare, unless you do it immediately after using Sakura Slash. So I do get 1 point of crit drop from Master Rank God's Helm to match the same affinity the Kush Deco gives. So all your attacks, EI Spirit Slash, Sacred Slash, and stuff like that, are going to be 90% up on weak spots or around 40% on non-weak spots. Then of course we get Malzeno's chest and waist for the level 3 Blood Rite. And that can get increased with the recovery up jewels, although those are too expensive to put in anything but a super tank meme build, which if you want to see me do that, let me know in the comments. But Barioth Gloves, too good with Crit Eye and Quick Sheath, and lastly Alloy Greaves for Crit Eye and a level 4 slot. What that slot allows me to do is get a Vade Extender level 2, the level 4 version. And let me make this clear, outside of pro speedrunners, please get a Vade Extender 2 to 3 on pretty much most of your builds. It has been too good at dealing with the insane tracking Master Rank monsters have, and it affects Sacred Sheath, allowing you to get into position better so you can actually land a dang thing. Swear, man, this thing misses more than Greatsword TCS, but yeah, Ava 2, go. So, with that armor setup, you get full crit eye, level 3 Wex, level 3 crit boost, level 3 quick sheave, level 3 blood right, speed sharpening, stun resist, level 2 agitator for a bit whenever a monster stubs its toe, heartbreaker level 2 to make sure those parts break nicely, which comes from Malzeno's set, 1 max might for some extra 10% crits when you have full stamina, 1 crit draw, and 1 flinch free for multiplayer. The charm required is a crit eye level 3, Wex 2, 311 slot charm for PC. And that is the best vampire build right now without armor set searcher for the AI to do better. Now for the alternatives that just need a quick sheave level 2, 2 slot charm. Same setup, just replacing the charm, and your decos will have to alternate a bit. You do lose crit boost and speed sharpening, as I value stun res over it, since you can use wet fishes to gain a similar effect to speed sharpening, or you can just ride your dog to sharpen safely. It's up to you if you want stun resist or speed sharpening, but with that big old purple bar of the sword, you don't have to sharpen too often, and purple sharpness is only a 5% boost over white anyways, so going to white isn't too detrimental. And finally, this stream version of the build I used in my last stream, which does change armor for the Kaiser Helm for more crit eye. You do lose extender and 2 crit boosts, but you gain attack level 4 as compensation. So if you don't care for extender, this should give you a little bit more damage than the other cheaper version of the build. Which, speaking of damage, going back to the God one, in the training room at red gauge, we sit at 25% affinity and 413 attack. And at full Sacred Sheave, you're gonna hit for 3400, which is a ton of damage. And in case you're unaware, you can reposition with Sacred Sheave by holding R2 to stay in the stance, and then hit X in any direction you want. And you can stay in a stance indefinitely until you're hit or until you let go of R2, right trigger. And for a full Sakura into Sacred combo, I get close to 5k damage, so pretty good for the high crit chance. Now I don't think this will be a meta build, but it is nice not having to heal as much when I can just recover the HP back from hitting, and the damage is still good. And in multiplayer, it's also going to be easier to break more parts more quickly, so it's easier to heal, I felt. Most of my solo kill times against Master Rank mons like Rathalos or Steve are around 6 minutes, and I got nearly close to a sub 10 anomaly Ludroth, which I would have if I didn't miss Sacred Sheave at the end, but yeah, almost. Anomalies have insane health, dude. Probably gonna do multiplayer for most of these, but hope you guys enjoyed. Hope it helps you survive better while not totally gimping damage. There's a lot of skills I still want to test out, so if you guys want to see more, make sure to suck that like button. Comment down below what you guys think of Sunbreak's Longsword. Are you guys using Harvest Moon? Let me know. Weapon guide soon, so join the Ninja Clan by subscribing for more Sunbreak epicness.